Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. Just turning down the volume on my TV. We are going to paint this adorable 3D fall door hanger. It's a Scarecrow. I will show you what he looks like here. You might have seen him on my page last night. So there he is. He's got the top part in multiple pieces, and then the bottom part, you could connect him with a chain, or you could connect him with some string, or even some cute ribbon you could do. So that's what we're going to be painting today. I did put the link in the description, so if you want to paint him as well, you can purchase that from my website. Let me pull this up over here on my iPad just to make sure that I'm seeing comments. So if you're here, make sure you say hello and let me know where you're watching from. Give me just a second to get us pulled up, and then we'll get started. Well, it says I'm live, but where am I at? Oh, here we go. All right. Good morning, Becca. How are you doing today? Let me get myself comfy here. I cannot paint. Watching from West Virginia. All right. I'm by myself this morning. I normally have my little buddy here to help me with the comments, but he's off to work with Papa today, so it's just us. All right, so let me tip you down here a bit so you guys can kind of see what we're doing. Like I said, it's a 3D sign. This is going to be the bottom portion. It says, "Hey, y'all." So all the little pieces. Good morning, Tracy. His little necktie is all done in layers. So we'll do each of these separately. And then his face, he's got little button eyes that are 3D, and his little mouth and his nose, and he's got some hair pieces that are 3D. So I'm gonna start just taking all of his pieces off here so that we can get going on the layers. Good morning, Angela. I'm just grabbing out some sponges here. I learned a new trick to not be so sloppy. You know what, guys? I forgot my plate. Just one second. So sorry about that. All right. I'm going to start with his face, actually. I'm going to do warm buff for his skin tone and get that going so that we can get him drying. And I see that I have my dryer on the other side of the room. I thought I was all prepared. I do apologize, guys. Let's see, I want to get it. Good morning, Judy. Just going to use a little small flat brush, and I'm going to do the warm buff on his face, which really is not that much different than the MDF that he's cut out of. It's pretty close in color. How is everybody doing this morning? Good morning, Audrey. I brought my iPad down here because I figured, oh, I am seeing different things on different machines here, though. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Angela. Sorry if I miss you. I try to say hi as you pop on, but it looks like I'm getting different notifications on different devices today, so that's interesting. Like I was saying, I did bring my iPad down because I figured I wouldn't see my comments on my phone at all, but it looks like I am getting some of them, so let's get this base coat going. And I think I have a full hour. I'm pretty sure that I looked at that right this morning, so if we need to take that full amount of time, we will, and I'll try to get him all finished, but no guarantees. I know last week it took me the full hour, and then we came back on and painted later in the evening to finish it up, and it took almost a whole nother hour, so sometimes it just depends. Anybody have any big plans for the holiday weekend? I am going to take the weekend off from working on my business and just spend, sorry, I was getting a text from my boss. Just spend the weekend with my son. He's actually leaving on a trip with my parents and my aunt next weekend, sorry, not this weekend. And they're gonna be gone for 16 or 17 days going out west on a big road trip. So I'm gonna unplug and just spend the weekend with him, playing some board games and taking lots of walks and probably spending some time at the pool. before he leaves. But then after that, I will probably be live on my page just about every day. So doing a craft to keep myself busy. Good morning. Got my goodies. Oh, you got them. Good. I'm so excited, Kathy. I was hoping I was going to check that after the live and see if they made it to you. So I'm glad to hear that they did make it. Hi, Eileen. Linda, good morning. Awesome, awesome. I just got a text from my boss that says we can close early today. So I work from home, but it'll be nice to log off a little bit early and have a little extra time. This didn't cover as good as I was hoping, so I am going through with another little coat real quick, and I think that should be good. I'm gonna run across the room here and grab my heat gun just in case I need it. Good morning, MC Treasures. Good morning, Terry. First time watching from Texas. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Nikki, new follower from the UK. Welcome, so happy to have you. I'll be right back, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm back. It's not a giant room. Just want to make sure I have that in case we need it to speed things up. I'm hung up on something here. There we go. Okay, and then let me tip you guys down a bit more so you can see more of what I'm doing. Sorry. Good morning, Valerie. I'm gonna do his hair yellow, but I think instead of doing like a bright yellow, I'm gonna use this marigold color. So we'll give him like a orangey, not orangey, what do you call it? It's like a mustard color. I'm not even gonna rinse my brush because it's not gonna matter much. Oh, you're fine, Cheryl. Don't worry about that. Good morning. Sorry, guys, my phone. I hope you guys don't hear the notifications. It's blown up with text from work this morning. Ooh, I like this color on here. I think that'll be cute. All right, so I'm just gonna go in with this marigold color from Deco Art and do his little hair strands and this, and then I do have some 3D hair pieces that I'll do as well. I think this one is going to be adorable. I absolutely love these 3D pieces and just the, I don't know, they're not, it's 3D too, but it's like a separate attachment. And if you guys can see on the back, I did not take the time to peel all of the masking off. It was taken forever to do. So I just did the front pieces that I needed to paint, and then I'll worry about the backs later on. There he is so far. I like that yellow color. What do you guys think? I think that pops well. Good morning, Nancy. Oops, I can hear my volume over here on my iPad too. Let me turn that down. I don't think you guys can hear it, but just in case. Don't want you guys having any echo. All right. Sorry, I know I'm not as, I don't comment as much without Buddy here reading my comments. Good morning, Valerie. I try to keep up, but I also need to paint and work on the project. So I will come back through during the day or later tonight, and I will respond to everybody's comments. So yes, definitely. Good morning, Brandy. How are you doing this morning? All right, let's see. I've got 3 little hair chunks here. Let me make sure I'm painting them on the right side. I think this one goes maybe right here. I did this the other day and I painted, oh no, this is this piece. This has got the like hairline. I want this side, so I'm just gonna go through and put a little dab of my color on the right side, because last time I did this, I got all done and I had painted the wrong side of everything, which doesn't really matter, but I think this is the side for this piece, and then this one must go, well, how did that happen? Oh, here we go. I'm right. I was right. Like, this one's got 3. I'm just gonna move our little Scarecrow out of the way a minute, and I'm going to go into my paint. Thank you so much, Brandy, for sharing. I appreciate it. Good morning, Tracy. I'm going to use my little sponge. It looks like it's green. It's just stained. It's clean. And I'm going to fill that up with my paint. And then I'm going to use that to paint the little pieces because then I don't make such a giant mess along my edges. I'm really a messy painter sometimes. So I learned this trick from somebody here on Facebook, whoever it was. I appreciate it. And I definitely have adapted it. So there's a little piece of hair. Good morning, Mary. Definitely makes the smaller pieces easier and way cleaner when you are working with 3D, because otherwise I get like chunks of color along the sides, and if you know, with it being a laser cut piece, it's got the burnt edges, so everything looks nice. See how neat that is? There's a little bit of paint over the edges, but it's way better than if I tried to do that with a brush. When I do it with a brush, I make a big mess. Good morning, Linda. All right, I got a fingerprint in here. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so there's those little hair pieces. Oops, I got a chunk. Big clump of paint there. Let me dry that up. All right, next, I think I'm gonna give them an orange nose. So let's do that next because I don't have to clean my sponge out to do that. And for the orange, I am using Spiced Pumpkin from Deco Art. I don't need a whole bunch. I actually took way more on my plate than I needed. I'm just going to dab the orange in, or the sponge in the orange now. Goodness, I can't talk straight. Good morning, Amy. Let me make sure that it fits right. I forget sometimes with the 3D pieces that they do have a correct way to go. And one of my last projects I painted live, I did the wrong side. So I'm gonna put my sponge off to the side there. I think, let me get your opinions, but I think what I want to do, I grabbed out colors ahead of time today, which is very unusual for me. This blue I'm thinking for the hat, and then red maybe for the back part of the little neck piece, the tie, and then we'll do black and white for the bow. So I'll do black on this piece, white here. And then he's got a cute little sunflower I was gonna do on his hat, and maybe we will, I don't know yet for sure, but I also think it could go over top of his bow. So we could do that either way, but let me know what you guys think on those colors. I'm thinking blue for the hat and then red for the very top part of the necktie. While you guys are thinking on those colors, I am going to do his eyes. I picked Indian Turquoise by Deco Art. I wanted him to have some bright blue eyes. And they are button eyes. So I'm going to do black actually around the edges, and then just the very middle of the buttons are going to be blue. So let's see, I had another sponge, here it is. I'm going to dab this in my blue paint, and I stuck it on the wrong end to start with. And when I'm done painting, I'm always covered in paint. Covered in paint. We've gone for walks or been at the store, and Preston will be like, "Mom, are you bleeding? You've got blood all over you." And it's just red paint dripping, you know, down my arm or my leg, or it's not dripping. I guess it's dried on at that point. But all right, then I'm gonna use the same thing for the black around his eyes. I'm just gonna do the just gonna use the sponge, the opposite end of the sponge for that. And while I'm in there, I'm gonna also do his mouth piece in black as well. Make sure I'm in the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Preston said to me, not this morning, yesterday I think it was, or maybe the other day anyways, he says, "Mom, I'm not gonna see everybody live for a while," because he's getting ready to leave next week and he's at work with Papa today, so he misses you guys when he's not on the lives. It'll probably be It'll probably be the end of the month. Well, maybe he can come on. He might come on with me next week, Friday. I took next Friday off to help him get everything packed up, and they're leaving in the middle of the day. So maybe we'll get some stuff packed up the night before, and he'll have time to come on live with me in the morning before. But otherwise, it's probably going to be like a month before you guys see him again. Aw, Amy said we miss you, Preston. He will love that. I will have him watch the replay and read the comments with me tonight. He loves interacting with you guys. Okay, so here's his little button eyes. I want to make sure I have the right side of his mouth painted. Let's see. I think that fits on there perfect. So I'm going to go back in there and do that with the black. Yeah, I do not remember who had this idea, but whoever it was, you're a genius. I absolutely love using the sponge. Good morning, Carrie. Becca says she likes the colors. Amy said that's a pretty blue, thank you. Kathy likes the colors. Valerie does. Perfect. So we'll stick with that for the color ideas. And as soon as I get done with his mouth, I'll start working on some of that. Oh, thanks, Angela. He is going to have an amazing time. He's a little bit nervous. We've never been apart that long. I can't travel. I have a hard time riding in a car, and I can't really drive. So I'm staying home. Otherwise, I'd definitely be going. It sounds like an amazing trip. But, yeah, we've never been apart that long. So I'm nervous, and he's nervous. And I'm going to fill my time by going live on my page a lot. So that way I'm not a total nervous wreck. I've actually never been alone for that long, so it will be interesting. I'm going to do, while I've got the black on my sponge, I'm doing the checkered part of the bow tie. Linda asks, where's Preston going? They are going all over the place. He's going on a road trip with my parents and my aunt. They're going out west, so they're going to hit quite a few states. I actually bought him a cute little map, so when he comes home, he'll be able to, you can scratch off where you've been, and he'll be able to add all those states, to his map. So they're going to go all the way out to California. They're going to go all the way down to through Las Vegas area and Texas, and coming up through some of the middle states. So they're going to be all over the place. So there is the black on my little bow tie. Oops, I missed a spot there. Just a dab more in the middle. All right, I might have to go over that with a second coat. It looks like it's drying kind of light, but that's all right. We'll go back over that in a minute. Let me get the white going on the back side of the bow tie here real quick. Looks like I might need a second plate for all my colors today. I'm just going to grab out another sponge. Yes, Linda, he is going to have a fabulous time, and my parents are so excited. It's definitely an amazing trip, an opportunity of a lifetime, so I'm happy for him, but I'm going to miss him like crazy. I went to Mexico on a work trip one time. That was the only other time that I've really been away from him, and we got stuck in Mexico. It was a weekend trip. It was actually my very first time away from him. And we got stranded in Mexico for an extra 2 days because there were issues with the plane, and they couldn't get the parts in through customs. And that was horrible. That was traumatic. And then he did take a trip last year with my parents. They went to Mackinac Island, but they were only gone for a few days. So this is definitely going to be, this is new for both of us. It's going to be a long time apart. But it's, like I said, an amazing opportunity, and he's so excited, and I'm so happy for him, so it'll be good for him. All right, so this will be the back side underneath our bow to make the black and white checkers. I'm running out of space to dry my stuff. I'm just going to set it on my table there. Okay, let me check some comments real quick. Kelly says it sounds like an amazing time. They are going to have a blast. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. I wish that my health was better and I could go, but hopefully next year we'll go on another trip like that. Maybe not to that side of the States, but that will be awesome. Good morning, Jill and Karen. How are you? Christina says, how long is he going to be gone, and is he going to take school with him? Nope, we homeschool, and so we just started school a couple weeks early, so he's not going to take any schoolwork with him, but he's going to be learning the entire time. So he's still learning, but he's not going to take any bookwork with him. And he'll be gone for 16 or 17 days, so quite a while. Good morning, Carrie. Cheryl, yes, I linked at the top of the post the blank for the Scarecrow. So if you're looking for that, he is listed there. All right, I think I caught up on the comments, so let me point you guys back down here. And, oops, I'm stuck on something. It won't let me point you down any farther. I'm going to move on to the background of the bow tie. I don't think I didn't paint down far enough on his little face. Let me grab another brush so I don't have to rinse that one. I'm just going to paint all the way down into where that red bow tie is going to go, because it's a 3D piece, so I don't have to paint the very background the red color. But I do want to make sure that his face is down far enough so there's no gaps. I'm just going to blend it back up. It should dry the exact same, but just in case, I'll just kind of blend it back up into my board, into his face. All right, I think I got him good enough now. Yep. So now what I'm going to do is move him out of the way just a second again. And we're going to do the very back part of the bow tie, and the whole thing doesn't have to be covered again because of the 3D pieces. So I'm just going to do the very top part red. Let me grab that out. Good morning, Tracy. Thank you, Valerie. I saw him and I was super excited to paint him. I think he's going to be absolutely adorable when he's finished. All right, here we go. Back in with my sponge again. I feel like it's such an amazing thing that I just have to say thank you every time I pull it out, because whoever had this idea was just amazing. It's actually way quicker. It gives better coverage too, I think, and I don't have the messy sides. So if you have not tried this, it's a makeup sponge. You could probably use any kind of sponge, but it's just awesome. My life is forever changed using the sponge method, so if you haven't tried it, I highly suggest it. All right, so there's going to be our little red piece. Let's see if I can show you. That'll be underneath his bow tie that we did. Oops, I was going to move him back, but I actually need him. Now I'm going to go up here and do his hat, and I'm wondering if I want to do, I might start with a brush around here, but I might finish with a sponge. And for that, I am going to use the darker blue. This one is Ultramarine, and it's from Deco Art. Go around the edges carefully here so I don't go over my lines like I just did. I shouldn't have said that, I jinxed myself. Let's see. Okay, I think, oops, maybe a little spot right here didn't get covered. All right. Then I'm gonna switch to my sponge because, you know what, I don't even have, yes I do. I'm gonna use this blue that I used a minute ago because this is the only sponges I have sitting here. And I'm going to go through and just sponge his hat the rest of the way. Ooh, and it does have that other blue in there, but I kind of like the mixture of colors. That's kind of pretty like that. Kind of gives them like a little bit of a ombre or tie-dye like effect. No, they will not be in a camper. They'll be staying in hotels. Or in the vehicle sometimes. They've had to do that recently too, so maybe. But their plan is hotels. I really like the way that looks like that. Of course, the more I dip it back in there, the less color it's gonna have of that light blue, but I really like the way that it's looking. Sorry guys, I know I'm getting quiet here. I try not to, but I get so focused. Let me show you. Isn't that cool? I love the way that blue is looking with the lighter. All it was I had used the sponge for his eyes with that lighter blue, and now with going in over with the darker blue, it's just giving it a really cool look. I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, it's kind of like a 3D, like a tie-dye look maybe. I do have three. I have three boxes left for September. If anybody's interested, it's a surprise. You're not going to get to see what you get until you get it. But the subscription box, I already shipped out the first bunches that were ordered. And then I did start a separate group aside from my craft club group where we can do a paint night once a month and put our craft kit together. So if you want to join, I've got 3 boxes left, and that right now is pinned at the top of my page. So check that out if you're interested. They're $30 right now, and it does include shipping. The first box comes with some brushes and some of these sponges. And then the colors that you need except for black and white. So if you join, you will want to make sure that you have a thing of black paint and white paint. So there he is. I might go over it and make it more, I don't know, I kind of like it like this, but I might go over it and make it more one solid color. We'll see. Let me put him together a minute. I want to see how he's coming together. Let's see, where did his nose go? Here it is. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? He's so cute. My goodness, guys. Okay, let me see if these are dry. These are dry enough to show you too. Let me see. Oops, there's a piece hanging behind there. Kind of hard to line him up because he's got so many pieces. It's heavy and he's falling down. Once he's glued, he'll be good. But there he is so far, guys. See if he's in the camera. Oh, I think he's so cute. All right, let's move on to, I forgot his sunflower. Let's do his sunflower. And I'm gonna do that in the same, no, I think I'll use a bright yellow on this one. I think I'm gonna sneeze, guys. Hold on just a second. Maybe not. Good morning, Leah. I may sneeze. Good morning, Bernie. All right, I think I'm gonna use the brighter yellow for this. This is the cadmium yellow from Deco Art. And where did that sponge go? I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna use that same sponge that I used for the darker orange and see, we'll see how this turns out. I'm just gonna sponge over the whole thing for now, and then I'm gonna come back through. Oops, I got way too much paint on this time. I'll come back through after this dries, and I'll go back into the middle and paint the middle of the sunflower. So there's that. Sorry guys, more text coming through from work. Let's see. So really all we have left to do at this point, we'll have to do our detailing, but we've got our little hey y'all sign and our lettering. Let's do our lettering first, so that way that's dry and I can show you. I think I'm gonna do the bluegrass green is what my thoughts were on the lettering. Just kind of looking through my colors to make sure I don't want to change my mind. But I think this is what we're gonna go with. I do need another plate though, I'm running out of room. Just one second. All right, I'm gonna move this. We're gonna get the bluegrass green on here, and you know what? I had an extra sponge I didn't realize, but that's perfect because I need it for this, so that worked out well. And let's just make sure that I got it spelled right so I'm on the right side of the boards. I think we did this color for the live that I did last week for the project. We did the door tags last week, which by the way, I still have not finished. But after this weekend, I'll get those done. I had a bunch of orders and I had my subscription box started this month, so I got all those printed, or cut I should say, and boxed up and shipped out. So I haven't had time to finish those other things, but once Preston's gone, I'll have tons of time to do lots of those things and I'll get everything finished. So if you're not following me and you are enjoying this, definitely follow so that you get alerts when I go live. I will be live lots this month, doing lots of fun fall crafts. All right, so there is our hey y'all. And then for the background, I'm gonna try to make it kind of a woody look. I might do, let's see, I pulled up these colors. I've got Suede from Craftsmart and then Nutmeg Brown. Bernie loves that color. Yes, I do too. Let's see, I probably need a little bit more of that. I might even mix some white in here and maybe even some black, we'll see. This I am gonna do with a brush. And pull out my little chip brush here. All right, I'm gonna start with, I guess I'll start with the darker brown. Can you guys still see what I'm doing? Okay. And I'm just gonna go over the whole board, left to right, so the same way that the grain would be if it were a piece of wood. It's actually cut out of MDF, but we want to give it that wood look. And I'm just kind of going through here sporadically. If I don't cover part of it, I'm not going to be too worried about it because I'm going to go in with other colors. So sorry guys, the phone keeps going off. And kind of layering the colors on. So it'll all get covered eventually. It may not all be covered right now. Oops, I totally went over my edge there. Okay, then without even cleaning my brush, I'm going to go in and dip into that suede color. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to try to go where I didn't get coverage the first time. This is kind of throughout the board in different spots. Just kind of blend it in. You know, I haven't looked at my time. I'm sure I'm doing all right, but let's see. 9 o'clock. Okay, we're still good. Whew. All of a sudden I thought, crap, I haven't checked. I should make sure I'm not in anybody else's time frame. If you see, I'm just going, like I said, in the spots that didn't get coverage with the other color, with the darker color. And just hitting that and then blending it in with the other, with the darker color. All right, so there we go. Hey Josh, I am doing a door hanger this morning. Let me see if I can show you where we're at so far. We're working on a little Scarecrow, a 3D door hanger, so he's going to turn out super cute. Here's the wood. I think that kind of gives it a wood look. Good morning, Andrea. And I'm going to now go into some white with my chip brush and just kind of give it some distressing. Age it a little bit. And for that, I do get some paint on my brush, but I'm going to then, oops, I'm going to put a little bit more on there. I feel like there's some chunks that don't have any. But I'm not going to go straight onto my board like that. I'm going to wipe it onto, whoops, my towel that I paint on and get a lot of it off. So de-painting it, or, goodness, that's not the word I usually use. All right, I'm going to go through here now and just go back and forth again, just like I did with the colors, with the browns. But if you see, I'm not getting solid paint. I'm getting little, I call it distressing. I get little chunks on there. See how it does that? So it just kind of ages it a little bit. So there's that part. And I think that's all I'm going to do with it, to be honest. Let me see. Let me see if I like it. I think I like it just like that. I was thinking about doing some black in there as well, but it's got the black lines in it already, so I think that's all I'm going to do there on that. All right, let's see. So he's actually almost done, guys. I gotta do his middle, and I'm gonna go back through with one more layer of the yellow because it dried pretty transparent. So let's see here. Just added another layer there, and then I'll go back through and do the middle with either brown or black in a second. I'm just kind of looking them over now to see if there's anything else I want to change. I was going to go back over his hat, but I really like the way that looks. It's different, so I think I'm going to keep it just like that and not change anything there. I'm going to go back over his eyes again with some more black, and I'll check his bow tie. He may need that, a second layer on that as well. Yeah, we'll probably do a second layer on that as well. So let me just find my black sponge. Push these over here to dry. I'm just gonna go back over the very top layer of our bow so that he's got a nice dark black and white checkered bow tie. And when you do this sponge method too, it dries so much faster. Craft paint dries fast. I'm not saying it doesn't dry fast, but it does dry way faster. Good morning, Susan. When you're using the sponge. so you can move along quicker. All right, move that out of the way there. I'm gonna grab a wipe because I don't want any wet paint on my hands getting on anything I don't want it on. So I'm gonna try and wipe this up a little bit if there's anything wet on my fingers. Which I think we're good. All right, I'm going to, oh, I still gotta finish this piece. Sorry, I keep forgetting little parts to do. Let's do, I need a little tiny brush to do the inside, and I think I'm gonna do that, I think I'm gonna do it in brown instead of black. Yes, you do, you use less paint for sure when you use the sponge. It is just an awesome, awesome thing that I did not know for a long time, and I'm so glad somebody else did that and I was able to pick up on that tip. So that's what we're all here for, is to share with each other. Oh, thanks, Rose. I buy most of my stuff off of Amazon. They came off Amazon. All right, there we go. There's our little sunflower. I'm going to start showing you how he's going to look. I'm not able to glue them together yet because, like I said, I did not peel the backing off of my signs because it was taking forever. So I'll have to go through and peel all that off before I glue it down and get him actually hung. But I'll be able to give you a good idea of what he's going to look like. Let me throw the heater on here real quick. You don't want black marks all over anything. I'm doing good today, Susan. How are you? Okay, I think I got all the black stuff dried up so we won't make any marks anywhere. I'm gonna move you guys over just a bit. Good morning, Donna. And I'm gonna set him up. Now he's not gonna stay perfect, like I said, because he's got so many layers here. He's going to fall down probably on us in the meantime, but once he's all glued together, he will be perfect. But to see him, he may be a little bit wobbly first of all. Okay, so, whoops, darn it all. Move this out of the way. And then he's got these little 3D hair pieces as well. So it looks like it's sticking up out of his hat. Did I paint the wrong side of him? No, I swear I did this. Maybe I put it on the wrong side. You guys, I think I painted the wrong side again. I swear, how did I do that? Good morning, Betty. Susan says, how cute, thank you. I gotta look at this. How did I do this? Maybe it goes over here. I don't know, guys. I swear I did it right. You get the gist of it, okay? I'll fix him. He'll be right. And then what I'm gonna do is, where'd my strings go? I'm just gonna use some jute string or twine, and I'm gonna tie this little hangy part that says hello underneath there, and then I'll do the same thing up top. I'll make him a cute little hanger, and I'm gonna go through and I'm just gonna do some black outlines with a Sharpie marker like I usually do to finish him with the details, but that is it. So super cute, I think he turned out. The link to purchase if you're interested is in the description of the video. And I'll post a picture of him as soon as he's finished. It'll probably not be until after the weekend. Like I said, I'm going to try and step back this weekend and just spend time with Preston before he leaves. But thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you again next Friday. Friday morning at 8:30 in the Craft Around the Clock group, and I'll be live probably from the 10th through the at least the 25th, I think it is, before they come back. Let me look at my calendar. Oh, that's okay, Cheryl. Let's see. of September. So I will be live probably every day from the 10th through the 25th is my guess. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you follow me so that you get a notification when I'm on. And thank you guys again so much for spending this Friday morning with me. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.